Please be seated.
Let's begin in the traditional way in Australia. May I invite Kim Wormsley to do the welcome by the traditional owners. Kim, please.
Good afternoon. I would like to say that I'm not of this country of Toowoomba clans. I'm a descendant of two tribes, Mununjali people of Bow Desert, Brisbane, and the Wiradjuri people of New South Wales. I have called Toowoomba my home for 16 years. I have 3 children and 2 grandchildren. It's vital to me to respect the ancestors of any land that I walk upon, in this country and others. So today I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that we all meet today, the Jarawa and Gaiba people, and pay my respects to our elders, past, present and emerging.
Thank you, Kim. Your Excellencies, the respected Venerable Master Ching Kung, who is also my teacher, the esteemed faith leaders, and distinguished guests. Yama, Min Yagu, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you. Sat Sri Akal, Namaste, Shalom, Ami Tofo. Now I think this evening gathering is most certainly historic, and it could be only one of its kind. I think we are all privileged here in the presence of the Venerable Master Ching Kung, who is the president and founder of the PLLC Learning College, and the presence of our very, very distinguished guests, Your Excellencies, that comes all the way from Paris. And even historic, as I say, this is a dialogue that between the various faiths, the presence of the faith leaders here in a Buddhist lodge, or whatever you can call it, in a Buddhist temple. And I think that is the greatest symbol, that's the greatest message that we can send, that the value of religion is about humanity. And this is a classic example of humanity. Now, we have the members of the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group under the leadership of Bishop Cameron Venables, who is the Anglican Bishop of the Western region. Now, the Bishop is going to do the introduction to all the members, to His Excellencies, and they are going to present you what they have done and what are their future plans. So may I now invite our Bishop. Bishop, please.
Thank you, Mr. Hanif. Friends, it's good to be here. Venerable Master Ching Kung and ambassadors from many countries, it is good to see you here. It's been wonderful to share food together and to share activities together over the last couple of days. I think you're doing very well to be awake because the program has been very full and you may be feeling tired at this time of the afternoon. But it's a great joy to be here together this afternoon, and my role is to introduce the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group. I thought I'd begin with a story, because sometimes I think we're hardwired for story. No matter what country we come from, no matter what people we belong to, we are hardwired for story. And in the scriptures of the Christian faith, particularly in the Anglican, Catholic, Lutheran and Uniting churches this weekend, we are going to reflect on the same gospel reading, and it seemed to resonate. Somehow there's an encounter in that gospel which speaks to something of what the working group does each month and what we seek to do here. It describes Jesus walking through Samaria, being quite exhausted, as maybe some of you are now. And his disciples don't want him to go into the city of Sychar because they don't want him to be polluted by contact with the Samaritans. There was prejudice back then, even 2,000 years ago, as there is prejudice even in our time. So they left him outside the town beside a well, and a woman came to the well. And for all kinds of reasons, Jesus should not have spoken to that woman, because she was a Samaritan. And I'm sure Ari will take me to task a bit later about the pronunciation, but as I understand it, the two principal Jewish teachers at that time, Ben Hillel and Ben Simeon, argued together. One suggested that if you let a Samaritan drown, God would not be angry for you or judge you for it. Ben Hillel suggested otherwise, that God would judge you for it and you should rescue them. So the prejudice between Jews and Samaritans was very real, as it is very real between people groups in our time. So she was a Samaritan. He shouldn't have spoken to her. She was a woman. He shouldn't have spoken to her, because in Jewish culture at that time, a Jewish man was not supposed to speak to a woman in public. And she had a bit of a reputation. She'd been married to 5 men, and the man she was living with at that time was not her husband. So there were 3 reasons why he should not have spoken to her, and yet he did. And they started to speak about the human need for water, and quickly they began to speak about the deeper human need for belonging, the deeper human need to be known and to be loved, to have a sense of identity and purpose. And in the conversation, there was transformation as this woman discovered something and went on to tell others about it. I think in lots of ways, the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group meets together, and there are many in our communities of faith who would suggest that we shouldn't. There are all kinds of good reasons why people think that we should keep to ourselves and not talk to one another, listen to one another and learn from one another, but we do. And in the same way that there was blessing and insight and learning for that woman by the well, so there has been blessing and learning and deeper relationship for each of us who meet each month. We call ourselves a working group rather than a commission or a committee, so that there is a clear sense in the words that we use of still being at work, discerning what our purpose is. There are different things that are becoming clearer, and work has been done, and particularly, I would say, on 6 different areas. So rather than me speaking on those 6 different areas, I'll introduce in pairs members of the working group who will speak about each of those 6 areas. On the screen, you'll see those areas identified now. It's hard for us when we have such diversity of faith communities to come to agreements on a common prayer. But by golly, we tried. And eventually we came to the conclusion that a common prayer would be too difficult, and we agreed on a common affirmation, which we will share with you and invite you to say with us. There's a radio program that goes out each week, and there's opportunity for people to share from their faith communities with the wider community some of the richness from the wells of their own faith community. We've had a number of interfaith forums, the most recent being in December last year, which brought together participants and scholars from a number of different countries here in Toowoomba. It was a time of learning and a time of celebration, a time of developing relationship. One of the wells each of our faith communities has that we draw nourishment from is our scriptures. And so, ably encouraged by friends from the Pure Land Learning Centre, each of the faith traditions were invited to identify 360 verses, which would be wisdom that could be shared in a variety of different ways. And so you'll hear some of those different ways a little bit later this afternoon. Australia Day is a focus where the nation comes together to celebrate our diversity and to pray for peace, and you'll hear about that. You've already heard something of the advocacy and support we've offered each other in response to things that have happened in the life of our community and in response to things that have happened more broadly on the world stage. So let me introduce some of my friends who come together each month and who are increasingly having a sense of learning from one another and growing in relationship. I'd like to invite Asu Kim Watson from the Quaker community and Dr. Arsalan Balati from the Sufi community to talk about the common affirmation that's been developed.
Toowoomba interfaith group members are from many faiths, as you have just heard, and about half a dozen different language backgrounds. It has been a joyful experience that we have worked together to express our hope for peace, harmony, and unity as a written statement in English that we all can affirm and also pray together. Some people may ask us, how could you do it? So many different faiths and different languages. I think we could because we have been sharing and respecting what we have experienced during our spiritual journeys and expressed with our hearts. Actually, we all like it. I like it very much. So I have been actually thinking to translate to Korean. Well, after all, UNESCO helped me to learn very good Korean. We start the affirmation with a silent prayer, very short silent prayer. That is to prepare our hearts and the minds, and to finish with a short silence to affirm what we have prayed. As we all have experienced, silent prayer is very powerful because we do not need languages. We just express our hopes for peace, harmony, and unity with our hearts.
Thanks, Tyson.
Your hack in all absolute truth. Professor Rollins, 2 nights ago and last night and today was teaching me a lot of good things, as Professor does. So I thought, let me obey him and follow him, what he taught me, and go the Sufi way. Let us be Sufi. Let us talk about love and nothing else. What is the relation of man and God? In many places in the Old Testament, in New Testament, in Quran, in Buddhist teaching, God says, has created us out of His love. In this way, there is no hatred, there is no anger, there is no rejection, there is no fight, there is love. So, when we human beings need something, feel that our heart, our body, our mind is expecting to have something beyond the 6 dimensions of this world, we pray. This prayer is our words of our heart opening to God and telling Him what we are feeling. Therefore, in love, we do not talk of nonsense. When we open our heart, we show our love, we show our willing, we show our unity, we show our expectations of Him. That is the base of prayer. When you are talking of love, we don't hate. We don't tell him, oh Father, eat the other person, kill the next one, take the bread from the next one. No. We say, give the bread to this one. Open the heart of that. And this blessing or this revelation was what directing or leading the members of Toowoomba Interfaith Group to develop this prayer. So this prayer was not written by somebody or taken from somebody. It was revealed to us through the Most High and the best lover of the lover by itself. I asked the bishop that if we don't start our program at first together after this talk and see what I mean and how it has happened. This prayer, which is at all of meeting and gathering recited by all of us, which are from different religion, different ideas, different wishes and wants, you will see that how it is unitedly giving what we expect, but not only to us, to all the humans. And that is the way, and that is the reason that you, Your Excellencies, are here today. Venerable Master and the members of the committee came there to UNESCO, and you accepted his invitation, and now you will see the results. It is out of politics, out of science, out of this and that, but full of love, full of loving, full of adoring and admiring. With your permission, shall we start reciting it, all of us together? And please do recite it together.
Thank you. You can see the words on the screen, and please feel free to join with us in that way. You'll see at the beginning there's a 10-second silence. That's like a long, slow breath in and out. And at the end, we'll finish in the same way. So please, let's begin in silence.
Together we come
from different
parts of the world with rich experience in our unity from many faiths. We are diverse, and yet we stand united. Our purpose is collective. Our goals are common. Our intention is harmony. And for this, we give thanks. Together we pray
for the well-being of creation, for greater unity between people,
for guidance and blessing, and that goodness and peace may come.
Thank you, friends, and thank you. Arsalan is one of the elders in our group, so I take him like my grandfather, I would say. One of the other initiatives of the Interfaith Working Group is the radio program, and there's a beautiful couple to share with us about that, who demonstrates, I think, interfaith in a very unique way. So can I please introduce Sawan from the Hindu community and Jagdish from the Christian community to share with us.
Namaste. I am Sawan, and I have an Indian origin, but I know very little about India, so please don't ask me questions on India. I was born and bred in a little island in the South Pacific called Fiji. Some of you must have heard about it, some may not. As Venerable said, I am a Hindu. And I'm a practicing Hindu, I'm not a Pandit. Therefore, I will not be reciting anything from the books. And I practice interfaith in my home every day. And I apply the knowledge of my religion in my daily life. I practice interfaith not out of choice, but out of the virtue of the marriage. I have married a very staunch Christian. And when our marriage was being arranged, this was not discussed. But later, my father said, do not move your husband away from his own faith. So that's where I come from. And when we came to Australia 22 years ago, out of that 20 years in Toowoomba, we both were very happy. We were practicing everything we wanted, and I always fought for equal rights at home and equal treatment and equal opportunities for everything, and we were very happy. But where did we go from there? We started becoming more and more demanding on each other and becoming a bit bored at home. So somebody introduced me to Mr. Hanif and Maylin, a very kind person, introduced us to him, and he took us to the road to Master Chin Kun's philosophies. So both of us jumped on the bandwagon and said, this is where we could make ourselves more useful. So ever since, 5 years now, we've stayed with them, and we tried very hard to get into the other committee, the Goodwill Committee, but we had no chance because we didn't know much and we came very late and people there were working well and we couldn't fit in. So when they started this new group, Interfaith Working Group, the word working got to us. Because many a times I've heard Master Chin Kung saying, lot of discussions, lot of talk has gone on, now go ahead and do the job. So we thought this is the time to do some work. So this working group of ours, as you can see, the activity that most interested both of us is the radio program. And what more can we ask for? Get the media on our side. Pure Land College has got the media on the right side. Even Donald Trump hasn't got it yet. He is still trying. But we've got it. And we have been so successful with it that Pure Land College has gone ahead and sponsored the program. So we've got 2 radio programs. One is with the ABC, which is free of charge. Most of you would have seen Belinda at the tree planting session in the ground. She's from ABC, and I was so proud. As soon as I got in the car to go home at 8 o'clock, I had Belinda already talking about the representative of the UNESCO in the ground doing this job, planting trees. So that is so quick. So we've got technology, and we've got the radio program. Then we went ahead and we've got, I think Hanif has got us FM 102.7, and they have given us 2 days a week, 1 hour per week we've got, and we can go and talk about our program, and Hanif has given us a free choice to pick any topic we want. So even if we got a topic like diet or health, because we all know this, obesity is a problem at this stage, so we want to talk about it. Both my husband and I work as a team. So I go and talk about diet from Hindu perspective, and he brings his quotes from the Bible and speaks about Christian perspective. So that has made it very interesting and very successful so far as we are concerned, and we want to stick to that. And I don't want to say more about our multicultural and multi-faith because already you have seen it. And to say again how that our group has got members who are very enthusiastic, and they have all made commitments, and commitment meaning a pledge that they will take this notion further and try and be very sincere and work hard towards making Toowoomba a model city of peace and harmony. So, here on, I'll leave it to the next speaker, who is my good husband, and he will tell you all about the benefits of the radio program. Thank you.
I am Jagdish. I am a Christian, and I belong to Christodolphin Bible Mission. Following from my wife, Sawan, we all know that radio is a very powerful tool and can create a very positive impact on general public, which can change people's thinking and perception. Radio broadcast also helps to reach people in wider communities especially in remote areas, and also allows us to address in a language which can easily be understood by the audience. It also allows us as individual members like ourselves to present our own personal experiences on the radio in a very unique way, in a daily living way. And this helps and enables us to convey this message of our own religious beliefs in perspective of love and peace. In my personal experience, I found that radio is a very soft and subtle way to promote religious harmony and interfaith dialogue. Radio program in the first year, we had received a very remarkable feedback from the audience, from our listeners in particular. And this helped us to progress in the second year. This is our second year of the radio program. And this interest is still growing. It is growing for one simple reason. That audience and the listeners are focusing on who the speakers are on the radio. And they found out there are different multi-faith which have grouped together and have embraced each other and are able to accommodate each other in that love and respect that what they're talking on the radio. Today, through IBC radio and through radio FM 102.7, we are able to reach not only people in Toowoomba, but we're reaching people around about 200 kilometers around Toowoomba. In one case I heard recently that I got a feedback that somebody had us way back in Longreach, a small town which is about 1,000 kilometers away from here. So we feel that there is a growing interest in our society in what we are doing. And the sign of this are very imminent, and we are able to attract the young ones now within us, including students. They're joining us. They have started to take interest in our program, and which is very amazing to see. Some of our young people are also with us in the radio program. That they are talking and speaking and promoting this peace and harmony through this multiculturalism and interfaith. And I sincerely believe that this is very encouraging sign. It's a turning point when you see your young ones are showing interest that what we are doing. And it is them that can change the society, not us. We are growing out. They are coming in. So it's a bottom-up approach. We are the young ones now. We feel that they are seeing our work, they are taking interest, and they are able to see the importance of respect each other as a human. And also they are seeing this freedom of living freely and living with love. Thanks.
Thank you, Sawan and Jagdish, for some feedback about the radio program. Last December we had an interfaith forum, and to hear more about that and other forums, I'd like to invite the Reverend Richard Tooten, who's the General Secretary of Queensland Churches Together, and Ariel Heber from the Jewish community to share with us.
Thanks, Bishop Cameron. Venerable Master Chinkung, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, friends and colleagues all, thank you for being with us this weekend. But thank you too for being supportive of the interfaith peace forums that have occurred. When Ari and I were talking about what we're going to say this afternoon, we decided that as well as talking about the peace conference which was held in December last year here in Toowoomba, we would also talk very briefly and link it to the peace conference held at UNESCO headquarters in Paris in September. Peace conferences and forums take a lot of organisation. And so all of us around the table here thank both the Venerable Master, PLLC Learning College and UNESCO for the way in which you have not only begun this initiative but have supported it over a few years now. We believe that these forums are important. Each one has a very distinct theme. The Paris Forum, for example, had the theme of achieving world peace and harmony through religious education and engagement. And addresses and papers were given on that particular theme and topic. And each person who offered an address or a paper or was part of a panel was able to make their unique contribution to building that theme in the minds of those who participated. And we've got to remember that in September last year, around 300 people from different parts of the world gathered at UNESCO headquarters. We had a good, and Ari will talk about the December Peace Conference, a goodly number here in Toowoomba as well, in the Armitage Centre where we were yesterday. But then why gather? Why not just Skype it or swap papers by email or something like that? A lot has been said over this weekend about meeting together, eating together, but as well too, there is another dimension of just sharing together and recharging our batteries with each other together. Because I think sometimes we feel that we're pushing hard to create places of peace and harmony. And as a result of that, we tend to be rather alone at times. So to meet people who've got a common goal, no matter which part of the world they come from, allows us to bounce ideas and draw strength from each other. And so the peace forums have been able to do that, and I dare say people have gone away not just recharged, but also revitalised to be able to go ahead and do whatever they like to do, and in wherever they live and in whatever field they're engaged in. And that's how we feel as members of the Toowoomba of Faith Working Group, that having been part of these peace forums, that they have been able to inspire us to do the things that we're talking about this afternoon. I thank you again for listening to us and hearing our story, and thank you for sharing your story with us over this weekend. And so I pass to Ari to talk about the December Forum.
In our December Forum, it was here in Toowoomba, where the previous one had been in Paris, so there was a much higher local Australian content in this conference. Interfaith relationships don't happen between organisations. Interfaith relationships happen between the people in those organisations. The interpersonal relationship between you as ambassadors at UNESCO and us as the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group is the reality of the story. The organisations can sign memorandums of understanding and do whatever they like, but unless we have people communicating and talking about our stuff, we get nowhere. The conferences, I find, are wonderful, as in they refresh. We can sit there, we can talk to people, we get new ideas, things that have worked here, things that have worked in other places. We get to examine them and to bring them in towards us. We refocus because there's so much work to do in interfaith and peace and harmony that we sometimes start spreading ourselves too thin. So by having these conferences, it allows us to refocus on what we can do, what is manageable, and then utilise that to bring us forward. We re-evaluate what we do, seeing what's working and what's not working, and we do this by sharing with everyone. And it's the important part of sharing that brings it all around. Things that happen and work in one country can work and happen in another. So I'll just leave it there. Thank you.
Thanks, Ari. And Richard, thank you for the feedback on the forums. One of the wells that each of the faith communities draw from are the scriptures. And a key piece in helping our world become a more peaceful and just place is religious education. To create a new resource for that, the Scriptures 360 project has been developed, and Kamatwal from the Sikh community and Mark Jokumson from the Baha'i community will share with us more about that.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. When I talk about 360, it takes me back many moons ago when we were sitting at the Brisbane Sikh Gurdwara, the Sikh place of worship, with Mei Ling and Hanif. Hanif and Mei-Ling were talking about the school visits that had started, where they were bringing children from various schools in the Toowoomba region to the Brisbane Gurdwara, as well as the mosque and the Buddhist temple over there. So while we were talking about this, Hanif mentioned the Interfaith Working Group and said, would we be interested in the Interfaith Working Group? And can anyone say no to Hanif? So I said yes, and here I am today. Thank you, Hanif. Then he mentioned the 360 verses. Now this was a completely new concept to me. And I asked him, what does it actually mean? And he elaborated a bit more on what the 360 verses was going to be. And it really got me thinking that this is such a valuable collection of my faith from the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, our scriptures. And it would give the wider community a knowledge about the teachings of my gurus, my spiritual teachers. And I thought, what a wonderful idea. But all the time I'm thinking, am I really the person to be doing this? Have I got the knowledge to do this? So I questioned myself. But as I said, you can't say no to Hanif. So I said yes. And my dear brother, Hanif and Mei-Ling, both of them had me working on the 360 degrees, and off I went. And I would get the phone call now and again and say, where are you, Cam? And I say, yeah, maybe 50. I'm 70 today. So they got me on working on that. Now, from a personal point of view, it was a huge learning curve for myself. Sikh, as pronounced Sikh in the Western world, a Sikh is a student. So we are students and we learn as we live. And here I was reading the messages of my spiritual teachers in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji with the focused contemplation. When I started working on the verses, I learned so much more. Each time I looked at a verse, I got a lot more out of it. It was like when you read a verse today, and then you leave it and read it and maybe in a year's time, it means a lot more or it means something different. It could be because of our life experiences, that we've experienced something else. It could be the events of the day that you're reading the verse on, that it gives you a new meaning. And that's what I found when I was writing up the verses, that I was learning a lot more. And as I progressed, I felt that each verse meant a lot more to me than it did before. I'm sure you would have also experienced this, that at some time when you've read something and go back to read it, especially in your scriptures, that it does have added value and added meaning to it. I'm looking forward to reading the 360 verses from all the other faiths, so that my understanding of their beliefs increases. I'm hoping that the 360 verses of many faiths reach out to many in our diverse communities, so that the teachings of many faiths become familiar and are understood. And I would like to express my genuine gratitude to Pure Land Learning and the Master for giving us the opportunity to put the 360 verses together and sharing our many faith beliefs with the wider community worldwide. Thank you for listening, and God bless you all.
Venerable Master, UNESCO Ambassadors, I'm Mark Jockinson and I represent the Baha'i Faith on the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group. As Cam has mentioned, over the past 18 months we've undertaken the Scriptures 360 project to produce a compilation of 360 quotes from the holy writings of our various faiths. Pure Land Learning College have generously funded the publication and printing of this work, and over the coming year we plan to introduce an online and app version to make these scriptures even more accessible. Of all our worthy initiatives, this is the one which I'm most passionate about, because it has the potential to progress our mission far beyond the confines of the Toowoomba region. As far as I'm aware, this Scriptures 360 project is a world first. Never before has the essence of the holy writings of all the major religions been made so accessible without bias or prejudice. I personally find the launch of this publication this year has particular spiritual significance, because 2017 marks the bicentenary of the birth of Baha'u'llah, the prophet founder of the Baha'i Faith. According to his teachings, what we have created is not simply a collection of quotes from different faiths, but rather the chapters of a single holy book, authored by God and progressively revealed to mankind through the prophets. Baha'is believe that in these pages are contained God's remedy for all of the humanity's ills from age to age. Should humanity choose to follow the divine guidance contained in this selection of holy writings we have humbly prepared, the transformation of society would be so profound that we could legitimately claim to have created heaven on earth. In conclusion, I would like to share a quote from Beholder's holy writings, which underpins the spirit in which we undertook this project and contains a truth that I hope people will appreciate once they immerse themselves in this collection of writings. The prophets and messengers of God have been sent down for the sole purpose of guiding mankind to the straight path of truth. The purpose underlying their revelation hath been to educate all men, that they may, at the hour of their death, ascend in the utmost purity and sanctity and with absolute detachment to the throne of the Most High. The light which these souls radiate is responsible for the progress of the world and the advancement of its peoples. They are like unto leaven, which leaveneth the world of being, and constitute the animating force through which the arts and wonders of the world are made manifest. Through them the clouds rain their bounty upon men, and the earth bringeth forth its fruits. All things must needs have a cause, a motive power, an animating principle. These souls and symbols of detachment have provided and will continue to provide the supreme moving impulse in the world of being. Baha'u'llah.
Thanks, Mark and Cam. Great to hear more about that project. Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group seeks opportunities to engage with community celebrations, and so to hear about participation in the Australia Day celebrations, we're going to hear from the Venerable Wu Chin from the Pure Land community and Evelyn Ray from the Mormon community.
Good afternoon, Venerable Master Chin Kung and all our esteemed ambassadors from UNESCO. I'm rather humbled to be here in this particular arena. I'm one of the newest members of the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group. I've watched my church leaders, particularly in the States, travelling about, working with other church leaders of other faiths. And I find this a great example for us here in our local areas, and with the help of those of my local leaders, have been encouraged to get involved in the interfaith space. And through Mei Ling, who has been such a kind person, and I know that you've all had time with her over the last couple of days. She truly does embrace the whole interfaith work. As part of the Toowoomba Interfaith Group, we've been privileged to share our common prayer for peace at the commencement of the Australia Day and Chinese New Year celebrations for the Year of the Rooster here at Pure Lands. And for me, this was a wonderful experience, coming together with all these beautiful faith leaders who are caring, they're hardworking, and they're humble. And I have much to learn from them. Not only did we participate in the prayer as a group, but we also participated, as we did last night, in a wonderful celebration, and they truly know how to put on a good party and a good celebration. And many of the things that we saw yesterday, we saw earlier in the year. The plan for the future for myself is to continue to listen, to continue to learn, and to develop and strengthen friendships with those of other faiths, and to endeavour to try and bring along my church community. As we know, that's not always the easiest thing to do, to create greater faith interfaith relations. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, Fu Shangren, and our friends here. We as Australians have been here for a long time, and we feel that it is important for us together celebrating the Australia Day. So since a few years ago, we have been at Pure Land Learning College. We have been celebrating with the encouragement of Mr. Hanif, our MFMCC team. We have put together the various programs to celebrate this special day. And in this prayer that we felt is very important for us faith leaders to come together in solidarity, to show our community members that we as faith people can actually work together regardless of what our beliefs are. We may be different in our beliefs, but we all respect our differences. So this is part of what we felt is a very important image to show to the community, and that's where we have this at the beginning of our concert. Yeah, so with that, I'll pass it on to our next member. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable Wuchin and Evelyn. Things happen in our local community. Sometimes there can be conflict, and things happen, as we know, in many parts of the world. And with the UNESCO headquarters in Paris, you've had a very turbulent time in recent years. And that's left, I think, all of us moved by that, out of a sense of solidarity. Part of the role for the Interfaith Working Group has been a sense of mutual advocacy and support. And so to share something of that, I'd like to invite our Imam, Abdul Qadir, from the Muslim community, and Nicole Rangira from the Catholic community to share with us.
Thank you very much. Venerable Master Chin Kung, Your Excellencies, UNESCO ambassadors, my dear faith leaders, let's be on the point straight away. We are the Muslim community. We are blessed to have by our neighbor church, or to have a church as our neighbor, St. Anthony's Parish. We are blessed by the generosity of the congregation of that particular church. We share food during the month of Ramadan together, Christian and Muslim. We share food at the mosque. We also share food at the church when they prepare for their Lent. We share car parks. So Muslims park their car at the car parking facilities of St. Anthony's Parish every Friday. And they're coming to worship God at the mosque, not the church. But that's how we are so good neighbor. We get together every now and then on occasions like Mosque Open Day, like Food Festival, like Family Fun Day, and other programs like after Eid get together. And we sit, we discuss, we share, and we reconfirm our friendship. We stand together when we go through difficulties and hardship. And our friendship with St. Anthony's Parish, the friendship between the mosque and the church, it's so well established and went through the hard time. And there is an Arabic proverb, it says, عند الشدائد تعرف الأصدقاء. When you go through hardship and difficult times, you know who your friends are. So we knew, and the Muslim community always acknowledge and appreciate the warm friendship and support and assurance we got from the Catholic community. I'll be coming to the wider community later on, but let's focus on the Catholic community who being our neighbor. So when we wanted to rebuild our masjid with better facilities, we got support while going through all the council procedures. So we got really, really great help from Catholic communities. And then we also got support from the wider community and from all faith groups in Toowoomba. I can mention a few things which is very important, and that makes Muslim to feel doesn't matter if the mosque is burned for third and fourth time, because it's the community assurance and friendship is more valuable to us than the mosque building. So after the mosque went through the fire damage, we remember and appreciate a lady with a wheelchair bringing some flowers, a hammer, some nails, and some timber. And it was a rainy day, to give us the hope. You know, the action of this lady is much more valuable and important than the damage has happened to the mosque building by the arson attack. So we don't care about the damage when we find such member are our neighbors. We got several business entities approached us, and they said, when you reconstruct your building, you will be given timber for free. You will be given services for free. And we received donations from non-Muslims, member of this community, cash donation. And I remember a few ladies came and they said, look, we are not very well off, but we want to participate towards the reconstruction of the mosque. So the mosque will be built by the donation of everyone, every citizen of this, residents of this city. And I would like to mention on the same note, the mosque went through the arson attack twice. The first time it was repaired by the neighboring church. So a mosque was repaired by the church. What a wonderful example of harmony and good neighborhood. I don't know any better example than this one. And to sum up, we are really humble and blessed by our neighboring church and its congregation and all the Toowoomba residents in general. Thank you very, very much for having this opportunity to express our gratitude to Toowoomba and its residents. Thank
you. Thank you. Venerable Master Chung Kong and UNESCO delegates and all gathered here, peace be with you. I am delighted to be on the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group, absolutely thrilled and delighted to be here today. I'm a Christian who is a practicing Catholic at St. Anthony's Catholic Church. I'm blessed to be married and I have 4 beautiful children, and I'm certainly enjoying being on the Toowoomba Interfaith Working Group, because there is a meaningful relationship between our Catholic brothers and sisters and our Muslim brothers and sisters. And this relationship began with 2 very key leaders from each of our faith traditions, namely Catholic priest Father Brian Sparksman and also Muslim leader Dr. Khan, along with a lovely lady Amal Bruce. This meaningful friendship created a solid foundation to continue building cooperation and trust between both faith traditions. Mark Copland, who is pictured here with myself in front of St. Anthony's Church, is actually employed by the Catholic Church. He's the Executive Director for Social Justice in the Toowoomba Catholic Diocese, and he continually seeks opportunities to build strong and meaningful relationships with Catholic and Muslim communities. He regularly initiates opportunities to gather, celebrate and support our Muslim community. St. Anthony's Parish have been invited to many gatherings at the mosque, including the opening of the mosque. I remember attending with my family and feeling excited that not only was this occasion happening, but we were able to feel welcome to join in the celebrations. We have also enjoyed the hospitality of the end of Ramadan at the Iftar meals. We have felt very sad when on 2 occasions the mosque has been deliberately damaged, and we offered our Muslim brothers and sisters the use of our church hall to gather for their prayer time. And I remember feeling very grateful to gather and pray in the mosque at these times, to stand in solidarity and offer our love and support. I have 4 teenage children, and our children have had wonderful activities, including a climb up Tabletop Mountain, and also soccer games, which you can see here has been photographed. And these opportunities have been arranged by both faith communities. On July 26 last year, an 84-year-old Catholic priest, Father Jackie Hamill, was saying Mass in a suburb of Rouen in northern France. 2 young people stormed into the church, slit Father Hamill's throat, and took a number of people hostage. Father Hamill died as a result of this attack, and the attackers claimed that they were from Islamic State. As a result of this atrocity, Abdul, sitting next to me, and members of his community asked that they were to be able to attend St. Anthony's regular Sunday Mass and briefly offer some words of condolence. We have appreciated all the opportunities of hospitality extended to us and the genuine desire to walk alongside us in our journeys of faith and building community. Recently, we invited our Muslim brothers and sisters to enjoy our hospitality at Throve Tuesday. We ate pancakes and other delicious food together prior to our Lenten period, which started on Ash Wednesday. My 2 daughters went and really enjoyed their time, and they told me about how they were running around with the other kids. And this story I'm about to share is a story that really needed to be stayed at home, and I just heard it a couple of hours ago. I dropped my 16-year-old daughter at the shops. When I picked her up from the shops, she said, "I have a story," and Bishop Venables was just saying how much a story is meaningful, and I am called to share this story with you now. It's on my heart. So her story was that she went to a little op shop and she recognised a Muslim family that had been at our Throve Tuesday gathering, and she was excited to see them, and they were being served before her, and they didn't have enough money for the shoes that they wanted to buy, and she offered then and there to pay for them, and they said no. When they left, she paid for the shoes and followed them up to give them the shoes. And she was so delighted to do this. And they were saying, "No, sorry, we don't want the shoes." And then they made this connection of how they'd seen each other at St. Anthony's on this gathering. And the lady kindly said, "Can I take you where you were going?" And it's a little story of the ripple effect of the kindness and hospitality that we've been enjoying and hope to enjoy for many years to come. In closing, I'd just like to say that we really look forward to many, many more times of sharing life, dialogue, meals, laughs, and genuine support and love with each other in the future. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Nicole, and thank you, Abdul. It gives the ambassadors some insight into life here. So when you are planning to retire, please come and move here. Come and join us in the journey that's here. There's just one thing probably that we have not mentioned. There are many stories that could be shared, and that is supporting us every step of the way. We have 2 excellent people providing administration support, and I'd want to, on behalf of all of us here, thank Mr. Hanif and Mei Ling for your untiring encouragement and patience with us. It is a blessing to know you and to journey together. We give thanks for this time and for this opportunity to share with you. Thank you.
联合国教科文组织的诸位大使、阁下与贵宾，图文巴诸位宗教领袖，诸位社区领袖，女士们、先生们，大家好！感谢各位出席今天的对话活动。今天是诸位大使阁下与嘉宾出访澳洲的第8天，也是来到Toowoomba的第3天。上午，我们一同观礼了首次在澳洲举办的祭祖大典，下午又再次相会。我感觉这是世界各民族祖先的保佑，各宗教众神的加持，才让我们有这个难得的因缘相聚在一起。回首100多年前，第一次世界大战开启了人类历史上前所未有的黑暗时代。有数据表明，20世纪将近2亿人死于暴力和战争，道德和信仰的危机开始出现，也逐渐演变成一种危机中最根本的危机。由此产生的结果，诸位可以看到，世界各地的纷争愈演愈烈，人们不但要面对人口危机、粮食危机、生态危机这些挑战，还要面对战争与恐怖主义的不断滋扰。从难民的数目可以看出情况的严重性。据联合国难民署的报告，截至去年底，世界范围内流离失所总人数达到6000多万，比上一年增加了830万人，与10年前相比增加了1倍。这一切祸患的产生，是丢失信仰、抛弃道德之后，人类社会变得无知的结果。天灾人祸都起源于无知，无知产生嗔恨，演变成杀戮。宗教是爱的教育，正是对治无知的良药。宗教对人类最大的贡献是带给世界永续的和平。这桩事情说起来简单，要做起来就很不容易。人与人之间最怕的是不往来，不往来就无知，会把好人看成坏人，愈猜愈火，误会越来越严重。Toowoomba在团结多元族群、多元宗教这方面，可以说是走在世界的前列。各宗教、各族群、各阶层的人们，把合作的诚意 转化为具体的落实。来到图文巴，能够亲身感受到，几乎人人见面都有笑容，都很欢喜，像一家人一样，互助合作。前几天，我和市长保罗·安东尼奥先生在他的办公室里面见面。市长告诉我，从去年10月到现在，图文巴已经接受了121位叙利亚的难民。这些难民是基督教徒，少数群体，非常温和善良。市长还介绍了一个图文巴目前在整体发展状况呈良好的态势，给年轻人很多工作的机会，能够提供高品质的教育，同时也实施一些大型的建设开发专案，未来将给图文巴带来更多的教育与商业的机会。我鼓励市长，图文巴多元文化和谐示范城做成功之后，别的城市都会来观摩学习，会影响全世界。如果每个城市都能这样做，战争就会消失，人类就有享不尽的福报。市长赞叹我们宗教团结已经做得很好。我告诉他，现在的成绩如同株草萌芽，只能算是开始，有个端绪，还需要在宗教团结、宗教回归教育、宗教互相学习这3方面多下功夫。关于市长告诉我，图文巴接受难民的信息，这是仁慈可喜的信号。在当前复杂的国际形势下，各个国家、各个族群、各个宗教必须发挥人道主义、仁慈博爱的精神，团结一致，达成共识。面对挑战，具体的做法是各国合作，以宗教神圣的教育改变无秩序的世界中因无知而造成的各种纷乱和悲剧。那么这也许需要2、3代人的共同努力才能实现，但一切努力和付出都是值得的，因为我们都不希望子孙后代生活在饥饿、瘟疫、恐惧、流离失所当中生活，都不希望神圣的爱从这个世界上消失。所有宗教教育都是神圣爱的教育，挽救人类危机的根本之道就是振兴宗教神圣的爱的教育。这一桩大事业要全世界各个大宗教同时来做，只要把教育办好，什么问题都能解决。每一位宗教徒都应当承担起复兴宗教教育、恢复社会秩序、促进世界和平的使命。怎么样来做？我们总结了下面几个要点，供给大家参考。 以宗教创始人为榜样，深入经典。无论学习哪个宗教，首先必须正确认识宗教的教主，要学习教主正确的教诲，我们才不会走弯路、走错了、走错了。这一点至关重要，也是我一生宝贵的经验。整新宗教要以教主为榜样，效法教主讲经教学。学佛教就要学得像释迦牟尼佛，学伊斯兰教就要像先知穆罕默德，学基督教就要像耶稣，这样才能站得稳，走得顺，行得远，使圣教长久流传不息。以伊斯兰教的先知圣人穆罕默德为例，穆圣既是古兰经的承受者、传达者，同时还负责注释古兰经的神圣使命。古兰经75章记载着集合它和读诵它，确实是我的责任。当我诵读它的时候，你当静听我的读诵，然后解释它，也是我的责任。穆圣注释了很多古兰经的重要经文、难解经文等等，同时还解释了许多词义。后世弟子将这些注解集结成为圣训，作为正确理解经文的权威参考。古兰经宣传的是人类一致平等，反对奴役、性别歧视、仇恨外国人非穆斯林或种种的歧视。然而其中部分章节也谈到了奴隶、仇恨非穆斯林、歧视女性等的内容，这些都是适用于当时社会，并且这是通往解放过程的暂时措施。古兰经里所谓的圣战，是指肉体和心灵之间的神圣对抗，总结为真主而奋斗。只可惜这一部分的章节被断章取义的解释，而造成了很大的误会。这些说明伊斯兰教是神圣的教育，穆圣是教育家，是文化使者，这些都是很好的典范，告诉后世的弟子们具有深入经典、正确理解和实践经典的教诲，才能与真主的智慧相应。那么这些教义必须有人发心，将它讲清楚、讲明白、讲透彻，才能化解当今世界发生的许多问题。记忆力、理解力都好的宗教徒，应当发心深入学习宗教经典，宣扬宗教教育里面的伦理教育、道德教育、因果教育、神圣教育，并且加以落实，补足现代人 最大的缺陷就是这个四种普世教育、端正世道人心。如此，宗教就能够对社会产生巨大的贡献。关于宗教团结和振兴宗教教育，最重要的是要求同存异，要强调各个宗教共通的部分，强调和合与和谐。对于差异和分歧的部分，要加以保留。牧圣也警示分歧的祸害。布哈里圣训实录里头，这个第66篇《古兰经》的好处记载着阿卜杜拉传说，我听一个人念一段天经的经文，他之所念的与我们死者就是牧圣那儿曾经听过的有所不同。为此，我拉着他去见牧圣。使者说：“你们二人都对，但是你们之前人们因为分歧之故而导致自己被毁灭。”今年2月6日，我应新加坡回教哈比哈山长老的邀请，参观了位于新加坡国家发展部的多元和谐馆。这是全球首家多元宗教和谐展览馆。去年9月开幕，多元和谐馆主要我为中小学学生要为这个中小学学生呢设立这个展览馆，公众呢也可以免费入场。4个不同的展区，利用高科技的硬件设备、新颖的创意思维、寓教于乐的教育方式，突出展示了10大宗教之间的共同点，让新加坡青少年这一代从小就有机会接受宗教和谐的社会实践教育。让我印象深刻的是第2个展览馆里陈列公元622年，先知穆罕默德以大爱无疆的思想签订了一份盟约。穆圣迁徙麦地那之后，代表签字与犹太人及其同盟者签订盟约书，尊重他们的宗教信仰，保证他们人身和财产的安全，规定他们所应享受的权利和应承担的义务。学术界称之为麦地那宪章。在佛教阿育王十告里面也有一段话说：不可以只尊重自己的宗教而诽谤他人宗教，应如理尊重他教。因此和谐才是好的，大家都应该谛听，而且心甘情愿地谛听其他宗教的教义。1000年前，这些神圣的教诲同样适用于今天。宽广包容、平等对待的心态，使我们成为合格 宗教徒的一把戒尺。而今日世界局势，也让我们感受到了世界各大宗教之间的互相学习借鉴、互相亲近融合，势必会成为宗教不断完善自身教育与持续发展动力，而宗教团结融合的过程，恰恰也契入神圣智慧的契机。换句话说，离开了神圣的爱，离开了平等对待、和睦相处的指导原则，任何人都不能欺辱宗教教育神圣深邃的智慧当中。中国自古重视教育为先，古人说：“圣人之教，循循有序，时之得寸则守其寸，得尺即守其尺。如是久之，日子月异，然后道之全体，乃有所望而向往而见可实，有所循习而见可能。”圣人、先哲讲经教学，都是遵循让学生循序渐进、温故知新、知行合一的原则，把精力、念头都放在一处，专攻一门，潜心专力，孜孜不倦，学一个，学一章，就得到一个章节。实实在在学到一定，可以做到，得到，这样就能够得到真实的受用，不但法喜充满，落实圣人的教诲，还能够切入圣人的境界。佛教里头也有一位居士，8载寒窗读楞严。这个人是我们这个上一个世纪末的人8载寒窗都很远，他的功德可以超度鬼神。曾经有过很多这种案例让我们对他感到很尊敬。必须懂得世界的内容，才学习到新的。伊斯兰教先驱欧梅尔班汉塔布花了12年时间来背诵黄牛章，因为他对背诵的每一节经文都要加以参悟，深思其中的含义，并且在生活当中贯彻实践。由此可见，学习宗教经典要想得其门而入，必须要遵循一门深入，常时熏修。这个方法，这是自古以来各个宗教有修有证的人都遵循的方法。如果没有办法做到虚心潜心学习，那说明我们的心里还有障碍，不够真诚。有使命感的人容易降服内心的浮躁，安定下来，脚踏实地的学习。我们现在需要更多有能力熟读经典的宗教徒，以真诚恭敬的心一门深入，常时熏修，深入经典，让各个宗教都能够代代出圣贤，代代相传， 我们希望未来图文巴能够建立宗教大学，每个宗教设立一个学院，所有宗教徒都是同学，我们只是学的院系不一样，不但主修自己宗教的经典，还可以兼修其他宗教的学问。也希望图文巴建立一个多元文化展览活动中心这是取法于新加坡多元文化展览馆的做法，以创意新颖、活泼互动来展览。这个展览的模式戒引青少年对宗教的弘扬也做出一种重大的贡献。那么青少年、社会大众，让大家有更多的机会接触每一个宗教、每一种文化，有了兴趣就会进一步深入了解。也不至于因为无知而误会其他宗教，误会其他的族群。第二个，各个宗教在一起办公、教学、办活动，大家每天生活在一起，工作在一起，任何一个宗教办活动，其他宗教都可以去参加，大家真正变成相亲相爱的一家人。一个好的决策往往功德无量，不但利益一方，甚至泽荫天下，惠利万代。团结宗教的举措所产生的不可思议的和平力量，其宝贵的价值也正在于此。我们这一生最伟大的理想就是传播神圣的爱，普及神圣的教育，化解冲突，消灭战争，不分族群，信仰平等救度一切众生，破迷开悟，离苦得乐，建立人间天堂。汉书这中国的一部古书说：“夫善之门，莫美于和睦；患救之首，莫大于内力。”内力就是内部不团结，是祸患之首。善福之门是和睦。家和万事兴，这比什么都重要。获得福报和亲善的方式，没有比和睦更殊胜。而最极端的灾祸和凶险，没有比内部分裂更严重。我们有责任、有义务将爱心传遍整个宇宙，让宇宙因我们的爱心而美好。我将这些经验贡献给大家，希望族群和睦一家亲，宗教团结同心同德，这个能早一天实现。同时希望我们记住这个理念，如果选择竞争、斗争、战争，人类将有受不尽的灾难。如果我们放弃竞争、斗争、战争，人类将有享受不尽的福报。最后，愿大家发起神圣的爱心，要以效法真主、效法上帝、效法诸佛如来 成圣、成贤，救苦救难。所以，我们如果不发现这个灾难太可怕啊！如果发生第3次核武战争，地球会毁灭啊！所以今天是我们宗教徒有宗教信仰的人认真努力，我们学真主、学上帝啊，来救度苦难众生啊！念念多替苦难众生想，不要想自己，我们能够做得到，能够成为神圣的子孙，佛菩萨的弟子。祝福大家身心健康，6世吉祥。谢谢大家。
Any questions from the ambassadors to members of the Interfaith Working Group or to the Venerable Master based on his address? The ambassador from Angola.
La question, je la poserai à la fin. J'espère que je suis en train d'être traduite. Oui. Donc je disais que je voudrais d'abord remercier pour l'invitation qui nous a été dirigée. Nous sommes, en tout cas dans mon cas, particulièrement heureux d'avoir fait ce voyage.
So he's very pleased to be here and do this trip to Australia and visit Toowoomba and this event.
Je me souviens de l'intervention du vénérable maître Chinkung en novembre de l'année dernière, où nous avons sollicité expressément de venir connaître cette expérience de Toowoomba. Il nous avait été promis le mois de mars. Et effectivement, nous sommes ici durant le mois de mars, d'où encore nos remerciements. Au-delà de l'intérêt que ce déplacement peut représenter pour nous en tant que représentants de nos pays auprès de l'UNESCO, l'UNESCO qui a une mission fondamentale de entretenir la paix au monde, il y a certainement parmi nous d'autres motivations qui nous mènent à pouvoir approfondir cette expérience ici sur le terrain. Dans mon cas, dans mon pays, l'Angola, il me vient à l'esprit que cette expérience est d'une grande utilité dans la mesure où l'Angola est un pays qui a connu près de 30 ans de guerre civile. Cette guerre s'est arrêtée en 2002.
So he says that they get to know about this project, what's going on here in Toowoomba, like last year, and in March this year they committed to visit Toowoomba, so that's why they are here. And he says about this multi-faith event and the ideology about love, peace, and harmony. He say his country suffered like 30 years during war, and a civil war which had taken 30 years and just lately was resolved.
4 avril prochain, nous ferons le bilan de 15 ans depuis que l'accord de paix a été signé entre les partis belligérants, le gouvernement et la partie rebelle. Le 4 avril, on complétera 15 ans de paix.
So, the 4th of April this year, they're gonna have 15 years freedom. Like 15 years ago, on 4th of April, actually, the war was ended.
Pour arriver à cet accord de paix, il y a eu une contribution très profonde et très présente des églises, des communautés religieuses.
So to achieve this peace, there was a profound contribution from the church and the communities, like the social communities.
Pendant des années, il y a eu des cultes écuméniques réunissant toutes les églises dans toutes les parties du pays.
So for years there were like representatives from all kinds of cultures and communities which came together.
Ce que nous avons observé, même avant de venir, c'est que l'expérience de Toowoomba part d'une vie entre communautés multiculturelles et multireligieuses.
So they experienced even already before coming and also during the stay here at Toowoomba that there's this interface community actually brings a big effort.
Ce que j'ai aussi compris, c'est que un pilier fondamental de la mise en œuvre des enseignements de Maître净se fonde sur l'unité des religions.
So he understands well that a basic pillar of like a fundament to what can be achieved is also the work of Master净and to reunite the religions.
Je me posais la question, comment est-ce qu'on arrive à réunir les religions?
He asked himself the question, how is it possible to reunite religions?
Hier, on nous a fait participer à la commémoration de la journée de l'harmonie à une école exceptionnelle où nous avons trouvé les enfants de toutes les origines culturelles, de toutes les tendances religieuses et de toutes les nationalités possibles.
So yesterday we visited a really special school and had the chance to visit their daily life. And this school is like really reflecting this multiculturalism with children from all over the world and all religious beliefs and languages.
Et donc cela passe finalement, si j'ai bien compris, par la promotion de l'éducation religieuse.
And it's where he saw that actually it happens, this communication for multi-faith and peace like through the children.
En privilégiant surtout les enfants de très bas âge.
So give the privilege especially to children from very young age.
Si l'expérience de Toowoomba est réellement une bonne référence dans la construction de la paix mondiale,
so if Toowoomba is a good reference for the world peace and the achieving world peace,
est-ce que cette expérience de promotion de l'éducation religieuse à tous les niveaux et de l'unité des religions peut être vécue ou transposée ailleurs?
So this experience can get exposed and transferred to everywhere.
Est-ce que dans nos pays, comme dans mon pays, est-ce qu'on peut arriver à instituer des écoles dans des régions qui sont les nôtres et qui puissent fonctionner selon ce modèle? La réponse peut être positive.
So he asked himself, is it possible to establish such schools and such school models throughout the world and everywhere? So he thinks yes.
Il y a cependant des éléments de caractéristiques propres à chacune de nos sociétés que nous devons nécessairement prendre en compte.
So it's, every society has its own principles and conditions, and we need to take into considerations this diversity.
Un petit exemple. Je vois l'enfant qui sort de l'école qu'on a visité hier. Il sort de l'école, il est à la rue, il arrive à la maison, il est dans la communauté. C'est toute la conscience collective qui est alignée dans le processus de paix et harmonie. Donc l'environnement culturel, socio-culturel est favorable.
Everyone.
Un enfant qui sort de cette école, il trouve un environnement favorable, à la rue, à la maison, dans la société.
So a child
Tout le monde passe à l'harmonie et à la paix.
So a child who leaves or finish such a school model, actually has a perfect condition for master his life and social life.
Dans nos sociétés, on construit cette école, on admet tous les enfants de toutes les religions, de toutes les nationalités, de toutes les tribus. Il a une ambiance particulière à l'école. Quand il sort à la rue, il sort à la société, il n'y a pas cette harmonie. Et donc c'est du travail à approfondir comme réflexion.
So in normal life, when we don't have this harmony, so when the child exits from school and goes on the street, and there's all this today's trouble and harm and unpeaceful world, so that's not the perfect condition.
Cette expérience est valable. Dans mon cas, je pense peut-être parce que dès le départ, Maître Poum a travaillé avec les universités. Nous pensons qu'on peut aussi penser sur une ligne de dialogue au départ entre les universités qui vous appuient dans cette mission ici et nos universités spécialisées dans les sciences religieuses et sociales.
So he says it's an ideal condition to learn from and to share. And he thinks about actually to start like a cooperation, especially through university level and reunite actually people. And
pour pouvoir approfondir la réflexion, l'investigation scientifique, comment est-ce qu'on peut profiter de la réussite de l'expérience de Toowoomba dans nos conditions spécifiques.
So bring together and find a way actually how can the essence and the profit from here get adapted to other conditions.
Et donc tout cela aussi, ce que nous avons vérifié ici, il y a quand même une symbiose entre la volonté politique. S'il n'y a pas de volonté politique, on n'ira pas bien droit dans la bonne direction, parce qu'il faut aussi dans nos sociétés que la volonté politique soit présente.
So he learned a lot, and he also realized that here's like a harmony and like a symbiosis, like a good mix between and cooperation actually between the schooling system and the support of the government.
Vous me permettrez, mes collègues, je vais parler, j'ai en mémoire ici un de nos collègues qui devrait être là, qui n'est pas là, et qui était la personne qui a demandé en premier à Maître de nous donner l'occasion de connaître cette expérience. Je vais parler de l'ambassadeur à Douala du Congo qui est empêché et qui ne peut pas venir ici. J'espère qu'un jour, tellement qu'il est né, peut-être qu'un jour, lui aussi aura l'occasion de pouvoir vivre cette expérience parce qu'il voudrait bien aussi que pour son pays, on puisse bien voir quelles sont les voies qui vont conduire à une approximation de la mise en œuvre de cette expérience. Je vous remercie.
So, for the finish, he would also have some thankful words and a kind reminder to the person actually which was at the initial stage to realize this visit, which is the ambassador from Congo, which unfortunately could not join this event, and he hopes that one day the ambassador from Congo gonna be present and join with you and yeah, experience this beautiful ceremony.
Any other questions or comments? Any other questions from the ambassadors or comments? Yes, it's ambassador from Yemen.
Experience and to hear the wisdom of the Venerable Master Chen Kong. You know, the dialogue, it is essential between the human being. And I work in UNESCO for many years. And it is the house of dialogue. That is why we launched 27 years ago the culture of peace. And I remember when we launched this initiative, even some member of the executive board, I can say the majority of the executive board, they didn't understand what is the meaning of culture of peace. When I present this idea 27 years ago with Federico Mayor, I was for the first time in minority. 6 months later on, I come back again and I present this idea, this program of culture of peace, and finally the executive board of UNESCO, they adopt this program with all the majority. And we are very happy that there is this kind of program of culture of peace. And later on, we take another initiative, dialogue between culture, even dialogue between religion. We have some initiative in some program of UNESCO. Even dialogue of civilization. I don't like that term of dialogue of civilization, because the civilization for me, it is the achievement of all the humanity. Then how we can establish a dialogue between the achievement of all the humanity? It is our common heritage that we must preserve. But there is some initiative for dialogue of civilization, and UNESCO established some center in the world. Some of them for the dialogue of culture, another one in the field of dialogue of civilization, and we are doing not bad in this initiative. There is the experience of the associated school in the world and the chair of UNESCO, and more than 600 club of UNESCO around the world. Among the young people, they are working for the culture of peace, for dialogue of culture, of dialogue to understand the religion and dialogue of civilization. But we made a big mistake during this period. When we invite the people we invite those people that they agree. There is no any problem between them. And I think, of course, we publish a declaration, some initiative, but it is with between those people that they agree. There is no problem between them. As here, there is no conflict between those people here. That is why I think we must change a little bit our method, maybe to think how we can dialogue with another people that they have another idea, another problem. Maybe we can reach some consensus about how we can live together. This experience, your experience here, it is very nice experience because it is not theoretical one, it is practical one. Yesterday and the day before when I visit the school and hear many language and many citizens from many countries, that is concrete experience. And I like this very much. You know, Venerable Master Cheng Kong, I am very happy when you mentioned the constitution of Medina about the Islam. And I am talking under the control of the Imam Abdul Qadir. The problem now, it is not the constitution because if we understand this constitution, there is no conflict. There is peace and harmony. Now our problem in the world, Islamic world, especially in the Middle East, it is in the hand of many people that they have nothing to do with their religion. That is why there is the killing. That is why there is the destruction. When we analyze this problem, we find that Islam now, it is in the hand of those people. And many of them, they are young. Many young people now, they said to his father and mother, you are not Muslim. Imagine how a young people, they said to the old man, you are not Muslim. Because they didn't understand the Islam. That is why we have this big problem in the Middle East. But as you said, there is no another way. There is only one path. It is to continue and to work with the peace and with the harmony. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Ambassador, I think you raised something very important with regard to the disconnect between young people and adults, between children and parents, and the importance of education. And that's one of the reasons I think I share Mark's excitement about taking the 360 project to other platforms, because young people meet on Facebook and they meet via social media. And if we are not present there, if we're not able to educate them in the world that they use so readily, then we are not taking our responsibility seriously. So it's great to have that encouragement. Friends, I think we could talk for many hours and dialogue for many hours, but our time now must come to a close. So thank you for listening and for this opportunity to share together. I thank Master Cheng Kung for his wisdom and for bringing us together. As is often the way here, there's opportunity now for us to have a photograph together and then to share food together. And more conversation, but less formally. Thank you very much.